Welcome to our countdown of the 10 most dangerous aircraft accidents in the world. From the earliest days of flight, mankind has yearned to take to the skies, to conquer the very air we breathe. Yet, this pursuit of the heavens has not been without its tragedies. In this video, we'll take a look at some of the most tragic and impactful aviation disasters in history, events that sent shockwaves across the globe and forever changed our relationship with the skies. The Canary Islands, a volcanic archipelago off the coast of Africa, are renowned for their breathtaking beauty, with stunning coastlines and dramatic volcanic landscapes. However, they are also known for the deadliest accident in aviation history. It was here, on March 27, 1977, that two Boeing 747 jumbo jets, KLM Flight 4805 and Pan Am Flight 1736, collided on the runway at Los Rodeos Airport, now known as Tenerife North Airport. This tragic event unfolded in a matter of minutes, but left an indelible mark on aviation history. A combination of factors, including dense fog that severely limited visibility, miscommunication with air traffic control, and a bomb threat that had diverted both aircraft to this small airport, created a perfect storm of tragedy. The fog was so thick that the pilots could barely see the runway, and the confusion in the control tower only added to the chaos. The resulting collision and subsequent fire claimed the lives of 583 people, making it the deadliest aviation accident in history. The aftermath was a scene of devastation, with emergency responders working tirelessly to manage the disaster. This tragic event serves as a stark reminder of the unforgiving nature of air travel when safety precautions fail, and the importance of clear communication and stringent safety measures in aviation. High above the mountains of Japan, on August 12, 1985, Japan Airlines Flight 123, a Boeing 747 SR, embarked on what seemed like a routine domestic flight. But 12 minutes after takeoff, disaster struck. A faulty repair on the aircraft's rear pressure bulkhead gave way, causing an explosive decompression that ripped off a large portion of the tail fin. The pilots fought valiantly to regain control of the crippled aircraft, but their efforts proved futile. After 32 agonizing minutes, the plane crashed into Mount Takamagahara, killing 520 of the 524 people on board. It remains the deadliest single aircraft accident in history. The skies above Charki, Dadri, India, became a scene of unimaginable horror on November 12, 1996. Two aircraft, Saudi Arabian Airlines Flight 763, a Boeing 747, and Kazakhstan Airlines Flight 1907, an Ilyushin Il-76, were on a collision course. A series of miscommunications and deviations from assigned altitudes by the Kazakh crew led to the unthinkable, a mid-air collision. The impact, occurring at an altitude of over 14,000 feet, resulted in the instant death of all 349 people on board both aircraft. The tragedy highlighted the crucial importance of clear communication and adherence to air traffic control instructions. Chapter 4, Turkish Airlines Flight 981, The Peril of a Faulty Door. On March 3, 1974, a seemingly insignificant malfunction would lead to the deadliest cargo door failure in aviation history. Turkish Airlines Flight 981, a McDonnell Douglas DC-10, departed Paris, destined for London. Shortly after takeoff, a poorly designed cargo door latch failed, causing the door to blow open. The sudden decompression ripped a section of the cabin floor away, sucking out several passengers and disabling critical flight control cables. The aircraft, now uncontrollable, plummeted to the ground near Ermenonville, France, killing all 346 people on board. The tragedy prompted significant design changes in cargo door mechanisms. Chapter 5, Saudia Flight 163, Trapped by Fire in the Sky. The tragedy of Saudia Flight 163 unfolded on August 19, 1980, not in a fiery crash, but in the agonizing minutes after an emergency landing. The events that transpired that night would forever change aviation safety protocols and emergency response procedures. The Lockheed L-1011 TriStar, carrying 287 passengers and 14 crew members, was en route from Riyadh to Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, when a fire broke out in the aft cargo compartment. The fire, which started due to a malfunctioning portable stove, quickly spread, filling the cabin with thick, toxic smoke. While the pilots managed to make a successful emergency landing back in Riyadh, a series of delays and miscommunications on the ground proved fatal. The crew's attempts to evacuate the passengers were hindered by the intense heat and smoke, as well as the lack of proper coordination among the ground staff. The aircraft, engulfed in flames, sat on the runway for over 23 minutes before rescue crews could extinguish the fire and reach the passengers. By the time the emergency response teams managed to open the doors, it was too late. The thick smoke had already claimed the lives of everyone on board. Tragically, all 301 souls on board perished from smoke inhalation, highlighting the critical importance of swift and coordinated emergency response. This disaster led to significant changes in aviation safety regulations, including improved fire detection systems, better crew training, and more efficient emergency response protocols. The legacy of Saudi Flight 163 serves as a somber reminder of the need for constant vigilance and preparedness in the face of unforeseen emergencies. Chapter 6. Iran Air Flight 655. A fatal misidentification. The Strait of Hormuz, a narrow waterway in the Persian Gulf, became the scene of a catastrophic event on July 3, 1988. This strategic choke point, vital for global oil transportation, was already a hotspot of military tension. Iran Air Flight 655, an Airbus A300 with 290 people on board, was on a routine flight from Tehran to Dubai. The passengers included families, business travelers, and holidaymakers, all unaware of the impending tragedy. Tragically, the aircraft was misidentified as an attacking F-14 Tomcat fighter jet by the USS Vincennes, a U.S. Navy-guided missile cruiser. The Vincennes was engaged in a skirmish with Iranian gunboats, adding to the confusion. Despite being in Iranian airspace and broadcasting civilian transponder signals, the Airbus A300 was shot down by a surface-to-air missile fired from the Vincennes. The crew of the Vincennes believed they were under attack and made a fateful decision. All 290 passengers and crew, including 66 children, perished. The loss was felt deeply across Iran and beyond, as families mourned their loved ones. The incident, shrouded in controversy, highlighted the devastating consequences of miscommunication and heightened tensions in a volatile region. It served as a grim reminder of the human cost of military errors and the importance of clear communication in conflict zones. On May 25, 1979, the world watched in horror as American Airlines Flight 191, a McDonnell Douglas DC-10, crashed shortly after takeoff from Chicago's O'Hare International Airport. The aircraft, bound for Los Angeles, experienced a catastrophic engine failure during its initial climb. The left engine, which had been improperly maintained, separated from the wing, severing critical hydraulic lines and rendering the plane uncontrollable. The DC-10 rolled inverted and crashed into a field near the airport, killing all 271 people on board and 2 people on the ground. The accident led to widespread grounding of the DC-10 and significant changes in aircraft maintenance procedures. Chapter 8. On June 23, 1985, Air India Flight 182, a Boeing 747 named Emperor Kanishka, was cruising at 31,000 feet over the Atlantic Ocean, en route from Montreal to London. Suddenly, a bomb planted by Sikh extremists detonated in the forward cargo hold, tearing the aircraft apart. All 329 people on board, including 268 Canadian citizens, perished. The bombing, the deadliest act of aviation terrorism at the time, exposed vulnerabilities in airport security and led to increased security measures worldwide. Chapter 9. The skies over eastern Ukraine became a tragic battleground on July 17, 2014, when Malaysia Airlines Flight MH17, a Boeing 777 traveling from Amsterdam to Kuala Lumpur, was shot down by a surface-to-air missile. All 298 people on board from various nationalities lost their lives. Investigations concluded that the missile, a Russian-made Buk, was fired from territory controlled by pro-Russian separatists. The tragedy highlighted the devastating human cost of armed conflict and the importance of international cooperation in ensuring the safety of civilian aircraft. Chapter 10. The small town of Lockerbie, Scotland, became synonymous with tragedy on December 21, 1988. Pan Am Flight 103, a Boeing 747 named Clipper Maid of the Seas, was en route from London to New York when a bomb exploded in the forward cargo hold, 38 minutes after takeoff. The aircraft disintegrated in mid-air, scattering debris over a wide area. All 259 people on board, including 189 Americans and 11 people on the ground, were killed. The bombing, attributed to Libyan intelligence operatives, sent shockwaves around the world and led to increased security measures at airports globally. Outro. Thank you for watching our countdown of the 10 most dangerous aircraft accidents in the world. Each tragedy, a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of constant vigilance in the pursuit of aviation safety. Please like, share, and subscribe for more informative videos. Stay safe and take care.